We are going to start 2025 with a mindful intention setting ritual to create your personal ceremony for setting daily and weekly intentions. So every day, this is how I start my day. I open this curtain in my dining room, I let the sun shine in, and I get out my journal and my weekly planner. I have my glass of water, and I write in there different little things that I want to do for the day. And then I have my journal where I answer a list of questions. And I will share those with you in just a moment. So this is something that's very therapeutic, very important, because it sets the whole tone for your day, and your body and your mind get used to it, because it adds stability. So even when things aren't going well, if you keep with your daily or weekly mindful routines and rituals and set intentions, it definitely makes a big difference in your life. And I always drink 3 cups of water every morning so that I get myself hydrated. I start my day off well that way, and I no longer drink anything caffeinated, not even decaffeinated teas or coffees. So, but that's just my own personal preference. And then we take a walk in the sunshine, which is mostly sunny here in Florida. And right now the weather is absolutely gorgeous, 70 degrees. And we're going to have a real cool down here, and we're going to be going into the 40s at night, and I think 60s during the day, and then 30s at night, and 50s during the day. So I really, really love the weather that we're having right now, and being able to set these intentions and keep with my daily and weekly routine is extremely beneficial. So we'll get into our crafting video and the first project for 2025 in just a second. So as you can see, for the new year, we are going to be doing a series of mindfulness intentions and rituals. And I'm going to be collaborating with another creator here on YouTube, Icky Chic, and you'll find her channel, that's Linda's channel, in the description below. And so we are also collaborating on a slow stitching landscape series. So I sent her a foundation piece that was to be a nautical theme, and then she sent me one. And so I found it a challenge as well as she found mine a challenge. But I went through my supplies, and I did find some ocean themed embellishments, so I was very happy about that. I will show you what I picked out, and then once I have them stitched into place, then I'll show you the final and finished product. And then up here, I just need to decide what do I want to do with this skyline. I'm not really sure. So she had some just various stitches going on just to hold everything in place. So once I decide what am I going to do here, I think I'm really wanting to just kind of stitch something up here. I don't know. Like I said, is it going to just be some clouds? The color theme of this doesn't make it feel like it's a sunny day. It feels more like it's a maybe overcast day. And so I thought, well, that would be giving me an inspiration. So I thought I'll just do some stitching here with you guys. And so just to do that, I'm going to just pick out some of my threads that are more in a darker color theme. I was thinking maybe like this. This would be a nice sky color. The outline. I'm just going to do the outline of the clouds. And so I think what I'll do is use one of my water-soluble pens, and I may or may not, I just may freeform it. But I thought this would be a good color to go with what she had already picked out. And so I thought I'll just do some clouds. I may come in with a few stitches of some birds. And of course now at the ocean, here in Florida, you see gulls, which are white. And those would be easy to do. So I probably will use a white thread and then just do an outline of those flying. You wouldn't see blackbirds at the ocean here in Florida, so I wouldn't use black. And even though that's something that you would see commonly in sketches and things like that. So I'm looking through to see what color might work. I'm certainly not going to try to stitch a pelican. That's what you would normally see is a pelican. But lots of gulls, like little sandpipers, depending on what area of Florida you're in. So I just have to play around with that. But I'm just going to do like a normal V shape of a bird, make it very, very simple. Nothing major, and just like the wings, and then curve out on the side. That I thought that would be cute. So I'll do a few of the birds flying, and then some clouds, and stitching the cloud outline around that. So that's what this color here is for. And then I picked this brown. So what I have here is I have a sailboat and an anchor. So the boat is anchored. And then I have a starfish, a sand bucket, and some kind of like a flounder maybe, I don't know, some kind of a fish. And so I thought that would be really cute. So this one will have to be glued on. This one has a shank on the back of them. All these others have a shank. These have 2 holes in them. These have 2 holes. So these 2 I can stitch easily. And then these 3 I will stitch from the back. And then this one, this little sand bucket, will be glued. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to pull this off, go ahead and get my needle going. And I would love to hear your intentions and rituals. If you have any that you do every day, how do you start your day? As you saw, when I get up, I come out here in my dining room, living room area. I open up the curtain. That's the first thing I do to let some light in, and usually it's a sunny day here in Florida, which is always beautiful and nice. And then I go over and open my other curtain in my living room area, and I sit down on my couch, turn on my lamp, put on some nice music, just instrumental music. I get out my journals, my weekly planner, I write my little notes, and then I do my daily intentions. And I wanted to just read you the questions that I answer most every day that I write to myself. What is good in my life? Who loves me? What am I grateful for? What do I want to create or achieve today? And if fear was not an issue, what would I do? So things that I would love to do, but I had stopped doing because of whatever reason. Doesn't have to be fear as in, it's just maybe apprehension, maybe anxiety, maybe doubt, maybe lack of motivation. So fear is not always the word, the optimal word, but it's just the word that was used in that particular setting. So that's how I start my day. And then I do we go for a walk. I drink 3 cups of water. And then I eat my breakfast. And then I sit down, and if I need to process any orders, I do that. If it's I attend our congregation 2 days a week, so we have Bible study that I study and prepare for those. So Monday is my Bible study preparation day for our midweek meeting, and then Friday, Saturday is my Bible study preparation day for our weekend meeting. So that is how my weekly routine goes. And then sprinkled in between all of that, I do my group sessions with our Whole Self Revolution, which I have the link. I have the new link. The link seems to change all the time, but the new link is available. I will put that in the description below. 2025, starting off the new year, is a great time to set intentions, especially for your health. And it's I have a whole video. I'll link that in the description below as to why I'm doing it, what am I using it for, and then a new book that I'm reading, all about setting intentions, how to achieve your goals, and reinforcing your sense of safety and protection in your life, in your body, in your environment, in your mind, all that kind of thing. And it's really powerful. It's been extremely beneficial. It goes hand in hand with what I've already been doing for the last 2 years with my nervous system reset programs, which is just absolutely been a life-changing for me. And so this past few weeks since I started with this, it's a doctor that's a brain surgeon, neurologist, neuroscientist, and his book has just been like that next little piece of the puzzle in my journey of recovery and wellness and stability with my health. And so that book is it's been phenomenal. And and then a second book that I got that I'm just starting to read, and I'm usually not I'm not a book reader for like fiction and all that kind of thing, but and even really for help. A Bible reader, yes, studying, all that kind of thing, crafting a little bit. But these 2 books were just absolutely spot on for where I was at on my journey with my business and my personal health life situation. So it's absolutely 2 wonderful, fabulous books. And once I'm implementing it all, once I see the good results and all that kind of thing, if I feel like it's something that I want to share, then I will. And but otherwise, the Whole Self Revolution is really a great starting point for anyone who's wanting to improve their health and needing to have just a community to be able to have support in that, so that you're not burdening your family and friends all the time talking about your health. It's not a place to go and talk about your health all the time. That's not what it is. So don't get me wrong on that. But anyway, but it's very good. So you need to check it out, and then you'll see what it is, and then you'll understand. Okay, so back to the mindfulness series, and then I'm going to be incorporating the slow stitching in our soft books, the landscaping, my scrappy tiny house quilt series, which I'm doing. The bed runner was the first in that series. And so it's going to be a fun year. I mean, really, I'm excited about it, and just taking life as it comes, and just just doing my best still, and I really greatly appreciate everybody's support on my channel, in my business, Markets of Sunshine, for the last 4 or 5 years that I've been here on YouTube and more active. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to all my established subscribers, and thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, all those good things. It really, really is important to me, and it helps me, so I really appreciate that. So, yeah, so this is what I'm going to just work on today. Mindfulness, and how this has worked out so wonderful to kick off this first series with the mindfulness about setting intentions, having a daily, weekly ritual that you follow, and just that routine. I mean, I don't know about what your routine is like. Do you even see that there's a routine that you even have or that you follow? Is there a pattern that you have or you follow? And even when my daughter was young, she's 34 years old now, and when my health was really, really, completely different, what I would classify as really, really, good, it was so different. I would get up every morning and head to the kitchen. I don't remember if I had a glass of water or didn't. I don't know if I just went straight to the coffee maker in the colder months here in Florida, made coffee. I don't know if I went and had a glass of orange juice. I really couldn't tell you what I remember doing. I don't know if I got my bowl of cereal, got my bowl, my cereal, and my milk and all that ready to go, or just went straight into making the breakfast. And that's a sad thing, because morning routines and intentions and rituals are very, very important. And to me, it should be something taught in school. And so many things, like how to reduce stress and relieve anxiety, how not to have a panic attack. All those things should really be taught in school nowadays, because so many people are suffering with extreme anxiety, having panic attacks, all kinds of issues that are brought on because of a dysregulated nervous system. And so I really want to talk more about that for 2025. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about this whole mindfulness, setting intentions, having daily rituals, how to calm your nervous system. All of that is in the Whole Self Revolution program, and it's really important in this book that I'm reading. And so this scientist, he is absolutely, everything in his book so far is very beneficial from what I've already learned, very, very accurate, very helpful. And so each chapter is a different process for you to go through, and he takes you through it. But because I've already had all this other training and other routines set up with my nervous system regulation, I can simply and easily, it was just like a beautiful, like putting a glove that fit you perfectly, or a shoe that fit you perfectly, or whatever on, and it felt so comfortable. So that's what I'm really excited about, and I want to share with you all. So basically that's about it. So I'm just going to sit here and stitch on this, and if you want to stick around and see me do that, then you're more than happy to do so. And I'm just going to now speed it up from this point on, and I don't really have anything else that I want to say to you, and hope that your 2025 is starting off on a good note, and that you had a wonderful ending to 2024, and hoping that everyone has a safe going forward, because we've already had some unsettling things going on at the end of the year. So I just know how much we all need to have stability in our life. And so the first thing I do, I think I'll just walk you through what I'm doing here. So the first thing is I'm going to stitch the little sailboat. And again, if you would like to share with me in the comments any of your daily routines or rituals and mindfulness practices, and what are you going to work on for the year? Are you joining in any of my challenges? Are you going to join in somebody else's? I would love to hear that. Okay, so since this is not going to be something that's going to be worn or put through the washer a lot, I don't need to really put a lot of stitches. And I'm sitting here trying to add another stitch, and it's not cooperating, so I guess that's all I need to put right now. So let's just go ahead and tie this off. Put a knot there. Okay, now I had the anchor. I'm going to go ahead and grab the anchor, and you're not really going to see these stitches, but I want to have him like down here, like the anchor would be grabbing hold of the floor, you know, the sand. Kind of tucking it in right here in this little corner. I'm just going through the shank on the back. Okay, so there you go. There's the little sailboat, there's the anchor, here's the ocean floor. Okay, now the next is this cute little scallop shell, and I had it over here, like it's washed up on the beach, as they do. And because the waves are always coming in and out, then here in Florida, whatever you find up on the shore is what you know, we don't go digging in the sand or anything. But now, like if you go down on south on the west coast, I do know, like around Sanibel Island, Marco Island, and certain little, that's the Gulf of Mexico side, certain little areas like inlets, and there's pools of water you can go in there and dig, you know, with your feet and hands, and you can find some beautiful shells there. Lots of beautiful sand dollars. We were down there at Marco Island one year, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now this starfish, I'm going to bring him up onto the shore, onto the beach. Okay, so there's the three of them. Isn't that really, really looking nice? So you already get the feeling of where this is at. What are you looking at? So you already know you're at the beach, you have a sailboat, you have a shell, an anchor, a starfish. So it's just a really, really pretty setting. Okay, and then I think I had the fish somewhere about here. So he's jumping up out of the water. Get a glimpse of him. I love the color of that he is, that it just ties in with what she had going on down here on the beach. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? So all of this coloring in here, it just really, really blends in really perfectly with that. And then I will put a little bucket here, so it just balances everything perfectly. And then I will do some stitching up here. So let me tie this off, and then we'll get busy on the birds and the clouds. All right, so I'm going to switch to the blue. So I haven't used any of this brown, so I don't think I'm going to. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I think this is going to be better for the clouds, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for the birds. And I wanted to remind you and invite you to pick up the scavenger hunt game that's in my Etsy shop. It's a printable download, and we're going to be incorporating those each of those images into projects for the year. So if you pick up the printable, there's instruction sheet. So there's the scavenger game piece, and then there's an instruction sheet. So there's two things that you will, when you purchase that, you can download. And then I will be doing projects, and we will be adding the different images into that project. So I started it off, there was 11 different items for you to find or make, and then the 12th one was going to be the bonus. So the way I decided to do it, since it was like, okay, I thought I'm going to do the bonus first. So this project is actually the bonus project because I don't have any nautical ocean item on the list. So now this project here is the ocean theme. So you can have the same fun. You can start off with me with your bonus, and then we can start off for February will be the first item on the list, which I don't remember because I don't have it right here in front of me, what that happens to be. I don't know if it was the tiny house, whatever it was. But anyway, so that's what I decided to do. Okay, so I am going to, okay, I see now. All right, so this fabric, I think that's what she did, is kind of like, it's got a little bit of a outline of what could have been a sun or something, I don't know. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to add my little clouds to this, and I think I'm just going to use a back stitch or a stem stitch method. I think that's what I'll do here is, and then just do some fluffy cloud outlines. And there's no right or wrong with this stitching. Your clouds can look like anything you want. And so I'm just going to have fun with this and enjoy whatever it turns out to be and how it and what I get when I'm done. So we'll see. And of course there's the coming out of the end of the needle. How many times do you rethread your needle? Oh goodness. I don't even keep count of it, but I know we all do it. Okay, so I'm going in at the last stitch, and then I'm coming up right behind the other stitch that I made. See how that is? And then I'm going to go in right here where I just stitched, and then I'm going to go up a little bit, and you can space your stitches. Okay, and then now I'm going to go down right here in front of that stitch and go up behind it, not in front of it, just a little bit behind it to complete that stitch and make the stitch. So there's a little space that happens when you do that, and then so that gives you a spot that you know where you're going to place your needle because you have that little space there already. And then you're going to fill it in just like that. See how nice that is? So this actually I could turn it into a bird if I wanted to. It's an awfully big bird. I could kind of curve that, Let's see what we got. Let's see how that looks. A little bit of a wing there. Okay. I'm just going to go right down where I started. And I'm just going to continue over here and just bring that down a little bit more. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. There you go. Okay, so that is going to be my bird. And then I will come over here with some of the clouds. So let me tie this off. And I don't want to use the same color because then I don't want it, I want to make sure it's been able to distinguish what is going on here. And of course, this is a completely whimsical, fun project. This is not an exact science of it has to look identical, otherwise you didn't do good. No, so it's just absolutely fun. I'm going to use this color for my cloud. This is definitely more of what I was going for. So this is working out. And I'm not making a very long piece. Let me see how long this is. About 23 inches. I don't want to go too short because then you're going to have to be re-threading too often. So yeah, 23 inches is a good length. Okay, now let me see if I can do some clouds with this. And again, I'm just doing it a free form. I didn't use my water-soluble marker. So, or even the stick and stitch. I mean, you could do your stick and stitch or get the one that you just pen it. It doesn't stick. But it's a dissolvable paper with water. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here. All right, now let me see. I think what I'm going to do is just do a straight going back to front through this to get more of the look I was going for. A little bit better control over the shape this way. So I can get a nice little curve going. My daughter and son-in-law came over, and my husband's twin brother and his wife Sunday evening, and we had a wonderful dinner together, and we played a game called Telestrations. So if you have played the game, you know what I'm talking about, and then leave me a comment and let me know how much fun you had playing it. It's wonderful if you can play it with at least, let's see, how many were we? 2, 4, 6, yeah, 6 people. That is really, really fun. I don't know how many, there's like little booklets that you write on that are with an erasable marker. And so, oh, was that ever fun. We laughed so hard. I mean, it was just absolutely what I needed. It was so therapeutic on so many levels for all of us. So it was like, oh, wow. And it was so funny, too, because, so you're talking 2 70-year-olds, a 60-year-old, maybe a 40, late 40s, I'm not quite sure how old my sister-in-law is, and then 30-year-old and 20-year-old. And I'm not giving you the exact years, obviously. Just in the group that we were playing. So my daughter and son-in-law are the 2 youngest. And so here we are trying to explain us the rules. It was so funny. It was so hysterical. So finally, once we got the hang of what we were supposed to be doing, that was a comical routine just in itself. And so my husband, oh my goodness gracious, if you love to play games, if you want to laugh, if you need to be cheered up, if you're depressed, that game will help you out so much. Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. Loved every minute of it. And each person gets a turn. There's little cards and whatever. So I'm sure there's probably somebody that shows you a step-by-step on how to play it, maybe here on YouTube. I don't know. But absolutely had so much fun. It was so refreshing because we usually play like Monopoly. There's like a Monopoly card game now. So they have that. They go, and they're very social. And so they're always going somewhere and playing games and doing all this kind of stuff. And so, they know what mom and dad want to play, and would that be something mom and dad would like? And, she'll ask me and I'll look at stuff. And then if it's something we want, and they'll buy it if they've played it and they liked it, So, okay, let me show you my cloud. Doesn't that look nice? So here's the bird and here's the cloud. I think that looks nice. I like it. So I'm just going to continue with that, and I'm going to just continue the clouds kind of like in a cluster in the area. So I'm just going to continue that. So absolutely, if you want to have some really fun, enjoyable family moments with your kids and of all ages, so all ages and younger children, I mean, they would love it. You would have such a wonderful time. So if you have grandchildren, and then, your children, and then the grandparents, and then in-laws or whatever, and have a variety of age groups, that's when it's really fun. So, and some of us have no real drawing abilities whatsoever. So there it is, yes, you have to draw. And others have a lot of drawing ability, so they were, you knew what they were drawing for the most part, but that's what made it so funny, was because if you didn't know what they were drawing, even though they were good artists, oh my goodness gracious, it is hysterical. So please check that out. You will absolutely love it. And I believe she bought it at Target. So it was just a delight. We've played Godzilla Monopoly. I've played, when she was younger, we got SpongeBob Monopoly. And they have all different themes now. You have your traditional Monopoly, which we do have. And then Scrabble, Uno, but those are like worn out. I played them so much when I was a kid. So they find all these other games, and then they are bringing them, and it's really a lot of fun. We're just having a lot of fun. So we played Godzilla Monopoly when we were here. She came over during Hurricane Milton, so it was like that was very interesting. That was a lot of fun. Completely different board names and all that. And the playing pieces, they're all different. Okay, so I'll have to rethread this one. It's getting too short, and I don't like it to... And I just go through the back a few times. I don't always, put a knot. You just go through it a few times, especially when you've got the batting like this. Your thread is not going to go anywhere. All right, so that's what we have going on so far. Isn't that pretty? I think this is looking really good. Thank you, Linda, for that starting off point. I love that. So if any other creators out there that are doing slow stitching, I'm going to give you the invitation that if you would like to send me a foundation piece that you would like to collaborate, and I send you one, then I will do it here on my channel. And any of my subscribers, you don't have to have a YouTube channel. If you would like to send me a foundation piece and you have social media, and you will tag me in your social media, and that we're going to be doing the collaboration together, and then I will send you a foundation piece, and then you complete it and finish it, and then post a picture on your social media, Facebook or Instagram, and then tag me, mention my channel, and then I will complete your foundation piece here on my channel, and then I will, if you want me to, I'll mention your name, but first name. I don't have to mention last names, obviously. But if you have a Instagram or a Facebook that you would like anybody to go to, then I can do that. Otherwise, I'll just mention your first name. So I think that would be a really fun community project for us this year to do. We've participated with sending just the little scraps of fabric for me to complete and send back to you or gift it. So I think that would be a really fun project for us all to do together. So I hope that you will want to participate in that. And I will also be doing some community projects like that, participating further with our scavenger hunt. So I think that would be a lot of fun too, is to send me something and I'll send you something from our scavenger hunt project. So something that I have completed, something that you completed for the month. And so like, you know, obviously like if you make yours and you want to make another one and then send that to me, then I will do the same thing. So again, it will be in a separate video that I will offer that to the community as we're doing our little scavenger hunt projects. So I want to make those small little projects that are easy to do and fun to do. And they could be a 6x6, 3x5, you know, whatever size fits good for you. So I'm just going to tie this cloud going into the other one here, stopping right here at this side. I think this is going to look really nice. And then this one over here, I want to kind of get it to puff up a little bit more. And my husband's coming in, so he probably doesn't realize that I'm recording a video, but he'll know, he'll hear me talking, and he'll know that he needs to not talk. So thank you so much. Okay, that turned out nice. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I think those are really, really cute. So here's my bird, and here's the clouds. I love that. Absolutely love it. So this is going to be complete here, and then I will add this to the book. So this is the landscape book that I started. So this is the cover, and then I haven't, you know, obviously these are just going to be the pages. So that's the first one that Linda and I did, that she sent me the foundation piece, and I finished that one up. And actually, you know what, I might come in here with some beadwork now that I'm looking at that one. I loved how the beadwork turned out. So I may do that. I may come in here with some beadwork and maybe up here with some more clouds or something like that, or I just might incorporate that in here. So when I do and I finish it up, then I'll show you that here on my channel. And then the second one that I did, which was this was just nothing to do with the collaboration with her, but just what I did on my own. Isn't that pretty? I love how that one turned out. It just so gorgeous. So we're going to have lots and lots of fun here doing these foundation pieces. So thank you so much for your support through all these years, and I welcome all of the new friends, and I thank you so much for being a part of Markets of Sunshine. And if you want to help support anything here that I do on my channel, then please look in the description box for the links where you could do that. So thank you for being here, and let's all have a wonderful, happy, joyful, loving 2025. So I will see you in the next video. Keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.